So just the last couple of things that we're going to hit here, and I'll be able to let you all go. I appreciate everybody's patience and everybody's hard teamwork today. But just to reiterate, as far as our related services, we will be doing counseling with Mario once a week with Christina here at the school. That'll be weekly, 45 minutes at least, but more or less as long as you guys figure it out. But hopefully at least that 45 a week. You guys will make arrangements otherwise if you can't meet at your regular time. Mm-hmm. And then we talked about, Jenny had mentioned some of that outside counseling with Fremont Counseling here. We're going to give you until about April to get that set up, to find a time that works best for you, your wife, and Mario. And we'll be looking to do that at least monthly starting in April. And you let us know how that's going or if you're having any trouble setting that up. Okay, Brad?
And we can help you get it set up. Okay. Or I have a contact there that I can help work through.
Okay. We appreciate that. We covered least restrictive environment, and so I think everything is good there. That the educational placement is based on Mario's IEP that we've talked about today. That he's unable to satisfactorily be educated in the general education environment for the entire school day, which is why he meets with me for that reading comprehension. The educational placement is as close to his home as possible. The educational placement is in the school that he would attend if he didn't have a disability. This is where he was going originally anyway. That we've considered any potential harmful effect of his extra need of services for that comprehension. And unfortunately, in a perfect world, I wish that Mario could do both of his exploratories as well as the additional reading that he's doing in my classroom. But Mario only has so much patience for the school day as any of us do. And so we're looking to compress it as much as we can. But we are making sure that he has the same opportunity to participate in extracurricular and non-academic activities with non-disabled students. He's able to do any of those activities, any of those extracurriculars. I know he's had a great interest in football, and thankfully in the 7th grade, that's when team sports start at our middle school. So he'll be able to gear up towards that next year, and I'm sure he's real excited about that. He talks about football most days of the week. All right. Does everybody agree that sounds like the best environment for him?
Yeah.
Perfect. And just real quick to make sure that we hit this, we are in the middle of pause testing now, but when it gets to statewide assessments next year, we will be ensuring that Mario has extra time to complete his tests, and that he can take the time he needs on it to the best of his ability. And he'll also be in a separate facility, separate classroom to help him concentrate a little bit more, whether that be my resource room or the library or another placement that we find is appropriate. Does everybody agree with that? Okay. Jenny is going to do a quick review of our meeting, and we're going to make sure that we agree with everything that she says, and we'll be able to sign off and get out of here.
Okay, so just a quick review. The procedural safeguards were reviewed, and you were given a copy. Mario's strengths, preferences, interests, educational concerns were discussed. His psychoeducational assessments were reviewed. His present level of achievement was discussed. The specific learning disability and emotional disability qualifications were discussed, the qualifiers for why those are his classifications. Consideration of special factors were reviewed. Comprehension goal was discussed and agreed upon. A behavioral goal was discussed and agreed upon. A behavior intervention plan was discussed, reviewed, and agreed upon, and signed by all present. The added note was that home notes and school notes will be hard copies, not email. Special education services were reviewed and agreed upon. Related services were discussed and agreed upon. No assistive technology was found to be necessary. The least restrictive environment was discussed and agreed upon with the 45-minute pullout with Luke. Participation in assessments with accommodations with a separate space and extended time was reviewed and agreed upon. Does that sound about right? Everything we covered?
Okay.
Okay,
Great.
fantastic.
Well, I'm going to pass around some paperwork just for you to sign off on to say that you agree with everything we just discussed.
So this is for the IEP and this is just for the meeting summary. The IEP that you are good with the IEP and the meeting summary is that you were here for the meeting.
Where was it on this one?
Just down here. That's great.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for your time today. I do apologize for running a little over on time, but I think we discussed some great things that are going to help Mario be successful.
I agree.
So thank you very much for your time, Brad, Christina, Jenny. It was greatly appreciated.
And here is your copy of the IEP for you to take home with all of our signatures and everything on it.
Okay, great, thanks. See you guys.